Hey everybody, happy Monday night. Yes, I know that I go live on Sunday nights, but because of the Super Bowl yesterday, I thought I would move this week's broadcast to tonight. So thank you all so much for hopping in. I wanted to say that if you are interested in winning this light that goes on your cap so that you can run in the dark, goes on a hat, goes on a visor. All you have to do is share this video, tag someone that you think could use this information. But this is what you can win this week. And this week's topic is how to build your run base. This is the perfect time of year, you guys, to start building the running base if you haven't already built it. Hey Julie, hey Jim, hey Andy, thanks for hopping in. Hey Jody, you're biking? Awesome, good for you. I just got done with a strength training workout, so I'm a little sloppy right now. Hey Wes, haven't seen the poll, dude. Hi Tim, thank you guys all so much for hopping in. I really appreciate you guys hopping on, and I'm very interested, especially for people like you, Andy, and some of you other experienced runners. I'm very interested in having you guys pop in your advice in the comments. I think more people's advice and tips and tricks on what has worked for them is helpful to all of our newer runners, our newer triathletes. Hey Morgan, 9 miles, you go girl. Hi Vicky, hola Lilia, hey Jackie. Oh yeah, you guys, nice run today. I saw that picture of you guys, very cute. Nice top, you like that? This is one of my favorite sweatshirts in the whole world. In fact, this was the sweatshirt that I picked when we picked sweatshirts for our 101 ride. I love this sweatshirt so much. This is 2010. Our first bike ride was in 2010. So I took the sweatshirt, I got the tag, I went to the place where we get our sweatshirts. I said, this is the sweatshirt I want, because that's how much I love this. Hey Carlos, hey Dave, hey Tim. Yeah, I haven't run this race in a really long time. Anyway, so today's topic is about how to build your running base. And there is a little bit of strategy to it, and unfortunately, guys, there is no one size fits all when it comes to running base. There's a lot of things that it depends on, but I wanted to first give you some definitions and kind of tell you a little bit about what you should be looking at, what you should be trying to shoot for, what your targets might be. Yeah, Morgan, me too. Okay, so base. What does base training mean? Some people were making some comments. Some of my newer triathletes are like, what is that, running bases? Is that baseball? No, base. Base is like your initial baseline fitness, your cardiovascular, your muscles, everything. Like, where are you going to be when it comes to actually training? So right now, if you don't have a race coming up in the next few months, unless it's a marathon, you should be building base. You shouldn't be out there, trying to crush your PR and all that kind of thing. At this time, I mean, unless that's your goal. But if you're a race meaning where you want to do best. Now, no one can be at peak fitness all year long. Nobody, not professionals, not newbies, nobody. So you peak and valley. And so you want to make sure that you peak at the time of your A race. So right now is the time to just kind of build that base, get stronger, build up the endurance. And when I say endurance, I don't mean more miles and more miles. This is not the time of year to add a ton of miles if that's not something that you're used to and it's not one of your goals. Hey Nadine, hey Martin. So base is kind of your initial fitness, what you're going to go into training, your actual training season now. Now, there's a controversy about, do you call it off season? I still do call it off season if I'm not racing, not because I stop training or I take off, but it's not racing and it's not training, it's base building. It's building up skills, building up technique, working on form. It's going back to basics. So that's what I would consider off season. You ran 36 miles a week before. Oh my gosh, what are you doing, Morgan? Do you have hey Mark, do you have a race coming up? Because that's you guys are doing a lot of miles. Okay, easy running. Write this down. 95% of athletes do this wrong. Your easy running should be conversational pace. And most athletes do this wrong. Their easy runs are too hard and their hard runs are too easy. Got that? Easy runs are too hard and hard runs are too easy. Conversational pace. This means if you're going to go out for, let's just say you go do a loop at Waterfall Glen. If you're going to do, quote unquote, a long run, this is your easy, nice conversational pace, you should be able to run with somebody and talk the entire time without going like this to finish a sentence. If you're running by yourself, sing. And I don't know where I heard this idea, but someone said to sing Old MacDonald Had a Farm. And if you have to pause between the E-I-O, if you can't do it fluently and constantly, you're going too fast. Hey, Alvin. Hey, Kathy. So that's what easy running means. It's nice, easy conversational pace. When training plans tell you to go 30 minutes to a minute to even a minute 30 seconds slower and those longer runs, conversational pace, do it. And I'll tell you guys, I didn't used to believe it either, okay? So I did my first few marathons. I think I did my first 4 or 5 marathons, and they were all within like 10 seconds of each other. 10 seconds for a marathon. So then one year I thought, okay, I really want to just get good at marathon. I just wanted to have a really good one. And I brought my long runs down slower. I went a full 45 seconds a mile slower than what I was used to training. And that, my friends, is what got me a PR in the marathon. So it works. I had to try it. I didn't believe people either, but I'm telling you, it works. Hey, Mary. Hey, Lilia. Good, Lilia. See you sing. That's good. Hey, Lori. Welcome. Thanks so much for hopping in. Can you guys see that? Hold on, let me turn that just a little bit. Oh, I have to show you guys something really cute. My friend Cheryl gave this to me. Isn't he cute? I love Minions. He's so adorable. I just had to show you that. Okay. Base miles. Your base mile. Now, a big question I get is, well, how many miles should I be doing in my base phase? That depends. Again, there's no one size fits all. There's no training plan ever that you're going to find that's going to address all your needs. Okay. Base miles depends on your fitness, your goals, and your experience. Okay. If you're a newer runner, your base miles may only be 3-4 miles. If you want to get up to a marathon, the Kara training program and the Hal Higdon program suggests that you get up to a long run of 6 miles. Could you do more? Sure. If you're experienced, yeah, you're probably going to have more than that. But you don't have to. You guys will want to do more quality runs and more quality workouts than we do volume, especially as we get older. It's easier to get injured. Hey, Tim. Tim, I thought you joined already, but Morgan is a minion. She is. Isn't he cute? He's so cute. Oh, before I go on, I want to announce the winner of last week's Yanks. Okay, I got yet another color. So the winner, I will ask you what color you want. And her name is Sandra. I don't know how to say it. Barbahen Maharis. It's a hyphen last name. So Sandy, if you can inbox me, I will get these out to you. Or you can come see me at Running for Kicks, because I know you shop at that store. I work there on Saturdays. So, but yeah, these are for you. They will help you. And if you're not a triathlete yet, you'll want to be after you have these. So, all you got to do if you want to win this week's giveaway, this headlamp. That's not really a headlamp. It goes onto your cap. It clips onto your visor or hat so that you can see while running in the dark. You just have to share this video, tag somebody that could use this information on building your running base. Don't skip this part, guys. You can't just go into, well, yeah, I guess you could go into your season without a strong running base, but you are not going to reach your potential. You want to make sure you have a base, and now it's early February. It's a great time to start working up to that base. Yo, Lori, you know her? Awesome. Hey, Maribel. Hey, Dana. Hi, Dana. Long time no see, dude. Okay. Speed workouts. What is a speed workout? Don't let the phrase speed workout scare you. It used to scare me a lot, because as I got into triathlon, most of you know swimming is my strength. I was a pretty decent biker, but I was not a very strong runner. And when the people that I was training with started talking about speed workouts, it scared me. They started talking about 400s and 800s and wind sprints, and I'm like, I have no idea what any of you guys are talking about. And I was very intimidated. But don't be. Speed workout means just that. You're going to add some speed into your running, okay? And when you do a speed workout, it should be about 90 to 95% effort. I know a lot of people who go out and they'll do a speed workout and they don't push themselves to that max, to that red line. That's the goal. If you're just going out and doing more of a tempo-ish pace, which between 75 and 90, now that depends, guys. 75 and 90, that's a big range. And I'm talking about when I say percent, that's percent effort. So if rate of perceived exertion, or you go by heart rate, or you do a 5K field test and you take 90% of that effort, there's some variables that play into that. But going back to the speed workouts, those are supposed to be hard. And yeah, are you going to feel like you're going to throw up at the end of it? Probably, but there's where you're going to gain a lot of speed. Now, should you be doing speed workouts in your base phase? Probably not. If you're experienced, maybe you could get away with it, but you're probably not going to be at 90-95% of your actual capacity at this time of year, and nor you should be. You should be building up. So maybe coming back to it after taking a little bit of a layoff and a little bit of a break over the holidays and at the end of last season. So this is something that you're going to work back up to. Tempo run 75 to 90. Now that depends on how long the tempo workout's going to be. Okay, so a tempo run can be just 2 or 3 miles, or it could be up to 5 or 6, depending on how what you're training for, what your base is like, what your long run is like. I mean, if you're training for a marathon, yeah, it's your tempo runs could get up there. The longer the run, the lower the rate of perceived exertion, the lower that pace should be, the longer the run. Like if it's just a few miles, 2 or 3 miles, you can go up to 90, 85, 90% and call that a tempo run. Hey, Mary. We do speed workouts on a treadmill with our group. Yeah, Morgan, that's awesome. I used to run a run club here at a local health club, and in inclement weather, I couldn't take people outside if it was snowy on the streets, so I would develop a treadmill workout, which we would all do together at the same time. And the nice thing about that is that putting people on a treadmill of even different abilities, you can still do the same workout and each person get a good, strong workout for them. So you could put a 10-minute miler next to a 6-minute miler and go on perceived exertion or go on percentage of effort, and both of them are going to get a good workout. So that's that. Okay. Now, the rule of 10%. Does anybody know what that is? I know some of you guys know what that is. Rule of 10%. I'm looking for anybody that can answer what the rule of 10% is. Where are my newbies? Pay attention. This is very important. Sandy, girl, you won. You won. You won these. Did Lori just contact you? How funny. You won these. Inbox me your address, and I'll get these out to you, or come see me at the store. I'm working on Saturday. Rate of increase. That's part of it, Morgan. That's part. Hey, Sherry. Hey, Maribel. Never pay full price. Close. Increase mileage. 10%. 10%. You never want to increase week by week more than 10%, especially when you're starting out, especially you newbies. Never do your long run 10% longer than your last run. Very good, Jim. 10% more volume. So if you do a mile to this week, don't go out and try to do 3 miles next week, right? It's rule of 10%. You have to increase. You have shin splints from overdoing it. Oh my gosh, see? Shin splints, okay, shin splints are only caused by just a few things. 1, bad shoes, like they're worn out. 2, too much, too fast, too soon. So you did too many miles, too fast, or too quickly. So the cool thing about shin splints is I don't want to say it's easy to get rid of, but it's easier than most. You don't have to go to PT or anything like that. Get some good shoes, get some rest. Hey, Trisha. Yeah, shin splints. I had shin splints so bad when I first started running. Well, I shouldn't say it. This was when I was in college and I was just running around on a track and I wasn't using real running shoes. And I just kept running and running, and I was hurt so bad I had to crawl up and down the stairs at my parents' house when I came home from school because that hurt so bad. I'll never do that again. So the rule of 10%, you've got to build up slowly, 10%. The other thing is periodization. You don't just want to go, so if I do a mile this week, then 2 miles next week, and then 2.5, and then 3, and then 3.5. You want to go, you want to build, step back. Build, step back. And the reason for the step back is to give your body a chance to recover and repair. So again, here's another really important point, you guys. You don't get stronger by taxing your muscles and doing a really hard run. You actually get stronger by letting your muscles recover from that hard run. So a big problem that I see, a big mistake I see a lot of people make is they don't work in enough recovery time or days to be able to give your body the chance to recover and to rebuild and repair those muscles. So you want to make sure that you go, it's build, step back, build, step back. And then on those builds, you go a little bit more. So for example, long run is 6 miles. Next week it's 7 miles. Jump back down to 5. The next week is 9 miles. Then 10, then jump back down. So that's kind of how you do it. Again, really depends on your level of experience. If you're a newbie, I don't know that I would necessarily do that. You get right side hip pain on longer runs. Jackie, how old are your shoes? Can shin splints lead to stress fractures? Sure, Morgan. Of course they can. I hope you don't have them. And if you are, maybe you shouldn't be running. What did you run today? 9 miles? Okay, so there's that. One more time with my minion. He's cute. What kind of questions do you guys have? Again, all these rules are different depending on who you are. Now, new runner versus injured. So if you're a new runner, there is nothing wrong, you guys, with starting out on a run-walk program. Okay? Not old. Okay, Jackie, not old, but how many miles? Running shoes, 300 to 500 miles. You guys are putting in some miles. Are you close? Anyway, new runner versus injured. So if you're a newer runner, you can start out with a run-walk program, and there's nothing wrong with that. So you might start out with run 2 minutes, walk 3 minutes. Run 2 minutes, walk 3 minutes. Do that for a week or so. 20 minutes, 30 minutes at a time, depending on your fitness level, depending on how long you've been sitting on the couch, not doing anything. Did you have a running background, when you were in high school or college or whatever? Then the following week, you might run 3 miles and walk 2, or minutes, I keep saying miles. Run 3 minutes, walk 2, and then build up that way. Then you might run 4 minutes, walk 1, run until you're eventually able to run the full 5 minutes. Then maybe you take a minute or 2 break, walk, and then you run. So you want to slowly build up. The last thing you want to do is not have run at all and go out and run for an hour. You don't want to do that. You really risk the chance of injury when you do that. Hey, Darlene. Hey, Lilia. What's the best way to transition from distance running to speed? Improve on speed. That's a great question, Lilia. You want to have a base. You definitely want to have some kind of base training before you start adding in speed workouts. But one of the ways I develop my plans for my athletes is that, especially triathletes, we have one of each of those runs per week. A speed workout, a tempo, and a long run. Sometimes I'll add in an extra easy run. But if you're just a runner, you may even do 5 runs a week. And I know some runners that even do 6 runs a week. As a triathlete, we don't necessarily have the luxury of having 5 or 6 runs per week, depending on the time of the year and what we're doing. But you want to incorporate all 3. And here's a little tip. So like I said, I was really intimidated about doing speed work. And when I started, I went all out. I hammered myself every time I went. And I got injured. I took a break from it. I went back to it. I got injured. So one thing that I did to kind of combat that problem, but to be able to add that speed workout in, was I didn't do speed workout every week. I did it every other week. So one week I would do a speed workout. The next week I would do a hill workout. Then the next week I would do a speed workout. And that kept me from injury. But there's really no way to know if that works for you until you try it. There's many runners that can do speed workout every week. Or maybe I was just going too hard. I don't know. But every time I did speed work, week after week after week, I would get hurt. At about 4 or 5 weeks, like clockwork. I could tell. I knew exactly what was going to happen. So I changed that up to incorporate hill repeats. Hey, Mendy, how are ya? Just shared your video. Thank you. Thank you, Maribel. I appreciate you sharing the video. Yes, if you want to win, next week, let me tell you what next week's topic is. If you want to win this, if you're sharing this week, you're going to win a light to be able to run in the dark, whether you train in the early morning or you train at night when it's dark out. You're going to get this light to go on your hat. It helps you see the road, but it also helps cars see you if you're running on the street. Hey, Candace, you missed the start. That's okay. You can catch the replay. Next week, guys, I am going to talk about the benefits of group training. And next week's giveaway, get this, is going to be a Starbucks gift card. Because after you go on your group workout, you can treat all your training partners to Starbucks. That's what it's going to be. You don't know, Andy. Hey, Liberta. I don't like to do speed by itself. I run the last couple of miles on a 9:10 run hard, and that is your speed work. Yes, Andy, that you're right. And it's a little bit off topic, but I think the older we get, the more prone we are to injuries, especially someone who's been running for years and years and years. It just happens. There's ways to combat it, and I think that's a good one. Hey, Candace, thanks for sharing the video. So there's a lot of different things that you can do, guys. Don't fall into the trap that if you happen to be using some kind of plan online or out of a book, don't fall into the trap where you have to do it word for word. I mean, that's part of the reason why I became a coach, to be able to customize workouts to make them work for people, because there's no one plan that fits all. No one structured plan is going to be great for everybody. Everybody's going to have something that they need changed a little bit to work for them. Me, for example, when I tried following the marathon training program and it said start doing speed work every week, I couldn't do that. So I needed to figure out, well, I want to keep doing speed work, but what can I do to supplement that? And mine ended up being a hill workout. Oh, one thing, when I talked about periodization, and you're gonna build step back, don't go faster on the step back week, okay? Big mistake I see a lot of marathoners do. So they're getting up to the high miles, they're doing the 15, the 16 miles, and let's just say they're doing it at a 10-minute pace. Well, when it comes down, then they're going to do they're going to do their cutback week, which is 9 miles. Then they decide, well, it's only 9 miles, so I'm going to go 9:15s. That defeats the purpose of the cutback week. The whole purpose of it is to give your body a chance to step back and recover. So if you tax your body more by adding on speed, then you're defeating the purpose of the periodization. You might as well not do it. Just keep running longer then. Hey, Beth. Start with 1 minute run. Never been a runner, always a swimmer. Beth. Yep, me too. And that's okay. You can get there. I started run walking. And it took me, I don't know, I wasn't really serious about it for the first maybe 6 months that I kind of started running. It's a long story about how I got into running. But I wasn't doing it to be competitive, and I started run walking because I didn't know any better, and I did stay injury-free. Hey, Tina. Hey, Michelle. Hey, Morgan. Thank you for sharing. Okay, guys. Next week, benefits of group training. And next week's giveaway is going to be a Starbucks gift card, so that when you are done with your group training, your group run, your group ride, whatever it is, you can take your friends out for some Starbucks. So thank you guys so much for watching. Anybody have any questions before I hop off here? Again, this is the win. This is what you win this week. It's a clip-on light, goes on your visor, on your hat, helps you see the road, helps the cars see you. All you got to do to be entered in the raffle for this is to share the video. And if you're catching me on the replay, I don't pick the winner until about 2 hours before the video. I am going to go live again next Sunday at 7 o'clock. I know today's Monday, but it was a Super Bowl yesterday. I figured none of you guys would be watching me. You'd all be watching, Super Bowl. So thanks so much for watching. Please keep the comments coming. If there are questions, especially you newer runners and triathletes, if there are questions that you have about building your run base or running in general, please feel free to shoot me a private message or go ahead and type in the comments here. I'm happy to go back. I go back and read everybody's comments, and I'll go ahead and address those. But hopefully I'll see you guys all on live next week when I talk about the benefits of group training, and you have a chance to win a Starbucks gift card. So thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you spending a little bit of time with me this evening, and I hope to see you next week. Take care.